Hello, my name is Sid Peel, and this presentation is on stress in the workplace, how to identify it, and how to manage it. And the sources are from the Organizational Behavior course book, Nelson Quick. Stress is a response that your body goes through when you're faced with a situation that's outside of the ordinary. A stressor is the situation, such as putting a PowerPoint presentation on YouTube when you know nothing about the technology. De-stress is the negative results of a stressful situation, and these stressors can take a toll on an individual and an organization. Homeostatic medical approach to understanding stress are also known as militaristic or the fight or flight. The cognitive approach is how a person perceives the stressful moment and the discrepancy between the ego idea and the actual self-image of the person. Adrenaline is released into the body to activate the nervous system, which results in a redirection of blood flow to prepare the brain and the body for the flight or fight reaction. Two types of demands that govern stress at the workplace are your task demands, which have a lot to do with the work environment itself, and a person's role demand at which they fit into the organizational structure. Interpersonal demands are the toxins that will invade cognitive process by sidetracking one's thoughts when they have to worry about uncomfortable situations. Physical demands that are put on the body by either heat or cold, extensive travel, or the amount of physical exertion used to complete the job. Personally inflicted stress can come from conflicting duties of life and work balance, the demands of personal responsibilities versus work responsibilities. Personal demands are self-imposed, and they can vary from volunteer work, civic duties, commitment to church, or public services. These are demands that take up the time but are outside the work environment. Euphoria is a sense of well-being, but by adding the right kind of urgency or stress will heighten a person's sense to an elevated state that will result in more positive energies, making production levels elevated, also through the fight or flight reaction. Distress is the result of a situation being in a preoccupied state of mind in which a person is not able to fully commit to their job, resulting in lower productivity, dissatisfaction that can be detrimental to an organization since everybody's task is codependent on the next person's ability. Individual distress is dangerous to an organization because of the aforementioned domino effect that individuals' stress factors will affect everybody's output. These problems can stem from the individual's ability to deal with their own personal stress levels due to the fact that they can't detach from work long enough to gather their thoughts on priorities. Behavior patterns that lead to personal distress may be because the individual is also hostile or aggressive because of task demands and they do not manage time wisely. This is a typical Type A behavior. Type B behavior endures challenges better and are generally more relaxed, self-confident, and have more control of the situation. Stress management is the ability to recognize stressful situations in time to manage to a positive reinforcement so that the organization can change the stressful demands on employees. While on the other hand, employees have a responsibility also to recognize a stressor and meet it with alternative measures. Redesigning the organizational structure and giving employees self-empowerment will lower stressors by reducing the demands placed on employees, and by offering a social support system outside the workplace will make them aware that they are not alone in how they feel. Individuals and employees have responsibilities also. Since the organization has invested in time and money in training, there's a reciprocating obligation towards the employee to give their best. An employee should be in the best mental and physical capacity that is optimal for both. Being fit mentally and physically is responsibility of the individual by using these guidelines. To summarize, managing stress is up to the organization for the environment in which they are operating in, and individual stress is up to the individual to manage through awareness, perception, and alternatives to deal with such situations.